It's up to you.
We ain't live yet.
New York, New York.
How we doing? Welcome back
What's
to another
up?
episode of the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast here on YouTube. Because I'm a Facebook jail. With me tonight, my guys, Mr. Corey Rain, Hollywood,
What's up?
Florida, via the Hudson Valley, as well as my co-host, my main man, Idris Salam, a.k.a. Bosco, from the Bronx. Gentlemen, back. How you doing?
BX.
Yes, sir.
All right. On tonight's show, we're going to give you a live look in at the New York Yankees game. I am currently watching it here. And
As
the
am I.
White Sox, the upstart White Sox, are competing. They are definitely competing, taking good at-bats, giving Carlos Rodon a bit of a go here after the Yankees got off to a healthy lead. And
They
Yankees
are.
currently lead 4-3, man on second, Randall Grichuk, former Yankee legend, at the dish.
The greatest
All right,
Yankees outfielder of all time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Move over Ruth. Move over Judge. Okay. On a more serious note, the Canyon of Heroes is going to be welcoming their first parade since 2009 as the New York Knickerbockers will be the talk of the town tomorrow. They've been the talk of the town pretty much for the better part of 2 weeks. There is a parade going down. We're going to hit on the gist of that, and we're going to speak about just this whole ride that the Knicks were on. Idris, shout out to you, man. You did a hell of a job having a lot of fun there with really breaking down just a lot of historic facts regarding this Knicks finals run, championship run. It's currently in YouTube land on a short, so we're going to see how that's performing. I imagine it's going to do very well. Part 2 will be dropped later on today to the viewers. Corey, I haven't talked to you about baseball in a while. We're going to start there. How about our New York Yankees without two of the most prolific home run hitters of the last 20 years, G and Judge, both on the shelf? The Yankees offense is really performing. What are your thoughts?
They've been taking really good at bats. Cody Bellinger's been a tremendous leader, player. He does everything. I just think they got a lot of chemistry, and you can't erase that just because one or two players are gone. Obviously, they're not, scrubs that are gone. They're elite, but they're not going to feel sorry for themselves, and they're just going to keep going. And that's what they've been doing. They're in first place. Tampa Bay has fallen off a bit. And yeah.
Hell of a stab by Ahmed Rosario.
Really good.
For a guy that gets the bad moniker of he can't play the field, it seems like you put him out there more, and he's starting to learn rather well. I think he's doing a great job.
It's not that he can't play the field. It's just McMahon is just so great that I think people look at that and they try to
it's
make
almost
it.
like you wish you could marry the two talents of each player, put them into one player.
Yeah.
But
it's like somebody stepping into center field after 90s Andrew Jones, and then they're like, oh, he's not that good in center. Well,
no, I hear that. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I share your sentiments, Corey, on what the Yankees have been doing well. Obviously, taking good at-bats leads to getting runs, applying pressure on the other team's pitching staff.
Bullpen's been good.
Mm-hmm. The bullpen's
Starter's been
very
solid.
good.
Yep.
This is my fear. We've talked about this in the past. It seems like every time that Giancarlo's on the IL, we talk about this. I really, particularly this year, I'm not exactly looking forward to G getting back in that lineup because I feel that he cheats this lineup out of versatility, but in this particular instance, speed. Because when you're not going to mash home runs with the consistency of when you have those two guys in the lineup, and we still are hitting home runs. Ben Rice, what more can I say about Ben Rice? If Yordan Alvarez isn't having the kind of year he's having, I think Ben Rice is your MVP.
Exactly. And the Yankees have speed. They have Dominguez. They have Jazz. They have Caballero. So Stanton being relegated to a DH and really not being able to run the bases, it clogs up the roster. That's a fact.
Yeah, and it's a painful one because the man's hurt at least three times a season, at least twice a season. It's not good. And Corey, you might know this. I'm going to go on Spotrac and check this out. But when do the Miami Marlins take over the money for Giancarlo Stanton? When are they paying again?
I think it's
coming up soon.
Yeah, the last couple years. So he's got 2 years left with the Yankees.
So we would still have to pay him 2 years.
Yes, but they're picking up some of it.
Yeah, because it's hard to envision another 2 years of G. And I'm not trying to shit on the guy. The guy was huge in last year's American League Championship Series, but
yeah, and he's a
like,
good guy, and I like him. I'm a fan of him, but there's certain facts you have to just be real about. And
I'm a good guy too. Do you want me hitting in the 5-hole?
Yes. No. You're right.
No, I get what you're saying, Corey. I do.
You know, the fact that they have roster flexibility is a great thing.
Mm-hmm. Matt
They're
Blake,
able to plug in.
The walk to the bump right now. I think Rodon this is going to be his last batter here. Hopefully he can get out of this unscathed. There's a man on third, 2 outs.
Yep, and the guy that hit the home run off him, Montgomery.
That's right. Lefty-lefty matchup. Let's see how this plays out on this. I know Idris has been pleased with the pitching. We have spoken about this time and time again. Idris,
been solid,
we saw
man.
Garrett Cole go head-to-head with Davis Martin, who's a legitimate Cy Young candidate. Of course, Cam Schlittler is going to be the main vote getter if things continue, and of course, if he stays healthy. But when you look at this Yankees pitching, I personally think it's the best it's been since – I think you got to go to the 90s, bro. I'm not even joking. Or maybe like a random season that didn't lead to a victory when you had the likes of Mussina and that crew had it. But this particular staff on the whole, all the way down to the bullpen, is very interesting. And personally, I think they're championship quality. And the Yankees look like they get out of it. Yes, they do.
I agree because I was a big Moose fan. Like, you know, I love Moose. I would go back to the early 2000s, man. I would go to that run. Because we're deep. We're just so deep. And with Cam Schlittler, I mean, at the start of the season, I would not have seen him being this ace that he has right now.
Well, it's such a short sample size. It's hard to say. Okay, he had that wonderful performance against the Red Sox, and he came on last year late, but you never know with these young guys. Him and Trey Savage from Toronto are both like on the peak to be like the main men in the American League for a while moving forward.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Schlittler's velocity did not come along like this until later. Like he was throwing 92, 93, 94, and then all of a sudden he's 98. It's like,
You
wow.
get that new MLB The Show update. That boy throws gas.
Yeah, that's my dude, man. You know, I'm a cold guy, of course, first and foremost. But Cam, you know, yeah, I've been saying since the start. I said, this is my guy right here. You know,
He's
Yeah,
pitching
Cam
like
is
a young
incredible.
Cole, honestly.
yeah, him and Goldie, man. Those are my guys on the team, man. The
I love that.
old man and the young man. Yeah,
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
Paul
Goldie.
Goldschmidt, relegated in the beginning of the year to how are we going to get this guy in that bat?
Yeah,
You get a few injuries, you give him some opportunities. What I love about
This
this
is-
team, it's the versatility, guys.
Yep.
You have
Yeah.
so many options, and everybody was complaining that they're running it back. This team is loaded with situational value.
top to bottom.
Yes. And if one guy is struggling, you plug somebody else in. And this is the thing that annoys me about fans sometimes. Like, I understand you look at positions and say, okay, this needs upgraded, this needs upgraded. But some fans act like you're going to have 9 Aaron Judges in your lineup. And it's just not
I
possible.
know, man. I know. I'm glad you said that, Corey. We got a lot of knuckleheads in our fan base. We got a lot of them.
Yes.
It's like we could win, like the win we had last night. They'll still complain. Well, why didn't we do this? What, dude? Look, the hitting. That game was over early. That game was over in the 4th inning. It was over.
And they beat up a
It pissed
guy.
me off. How they can
They
even
beat-
get upset? Why? Because Benintendi went deep on Cole early. Like they'll find
So
something.
what?
Yeah, and the guy we roughed up. I mean, he's at the top of his game.
Another former
Yeah.
Yankee
And-
legend, Andrew Benintendi. He played like 6 games with us.
The guy,
Yeah.
Martin had the lowest home run rate allowed in the league, and they
Right.
hit.
And we got him out of there early. We got him out of there early. And you still got guys complaining. Like, dude,
Yeah.
we beat these guys. We beat their asses. We put the
And
game
this-
away in the
and
first 4
The
innings.
same thing with the
Well-
Guardians. Guardians were starting to surge. The Yankees went in there and slapped them around, got a little retribution for their
Mhm.
series win in the Bronx.
Man,
We hold on tonight. We're in a position to sweep these dudes tomorrow, and then you're going to be
Right.
yep.
a Cincinnati Reds team who's down Ellie De La Cruz.
But remember, Richie, they couldn't beat teams over 500.
Right.
Yeah, shouts out
Right.
Squirrely Dan. I wish I was still on Facebook so I could incinerate that clown.
Well, you can give me his stuff and I can find him.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
Where's Anthony Fowler? I'm just curious. Whatever happened to that guy? It doesn't really
I
matter.
have not seen that guy in 2 years, to be honest.
Are they
Dang.
the same person?
Maybe it could be a burner account. I'm not sure.
No, because
But
I'm saying,
Bellinger
is there any proof
on
that they're
fire.
not the same person?
No, there is no proof.
I mean, I know Tupac was Machiavelli. I mean, hello,
Yeah.
but Hulk Hogan was not Mr. America.
Nah. And KD did it too, so who knows?
Hulk Hogan was Mr. Nanny, though.
Yeah, he was Mr. Nanny. He was Mr. Natty. Yeah, I forgot about that. He was. Yeah, he did his thing.
J. Bear Jackson, what's up, fam?
What up, Double J?
I'm in
Man.
Facebook jail. That's usually Idris's position.
Hey, hold on, Richie. Let me ask Jay. Hey, Jay, why aren't you on Castle Carver? What you doing over here?
Yo, Richie, did you see that base running by Bellinger?
I saw that trolling by Idris. Yes, I did see that base running by Bellinger. I certainly did.
That was amazing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
He's
Situational
a-
baseball, as I just alluded to, gentlemen. Situational baseball. Jay Bear, I haven't talked to you in a minute. Bro, how about my New York Knicks?
Hey, not only that, how about Lamar Jackson being at the Knicks game and rooting for the Knicks?
Yeah. Shouts out Lamar Jackson showing my favorite basketball team some love, recognizing greatness and recognizing that this was a special thing going on. We're going to turn it to the Knicks in a couple of minutes. Thank you, Jay Bear. Appreciate that. I mean, I've only been waiting my whole life, so yeah, thank you.
We're good on quarterbacks. We don't need Lamar though. So
We're good on quarterback. I'm looking forward to see what Jackson Dart has in store for his second year.
Super
Odell
Bowl,
Beckham
baby.
being back is obviously going to be exciting. I think that his role is going to be a defined one where he's able to produce. Corey, What else do you want to hit on MLB that's going on right now before we move it along to the New York Knicks?
Right. Well, the MVP races this year, they could be different than we're usually used to seeing.
That's valid. Very valid.
I think
With the Judge injury, he's kind of out on it.
I think Kyle Schwarber could win this year.
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber most definitely could win. Ohtani's having an off year. Later, J-Bear. Thanks for popping in. Ohtani definitely having an off year. Judge with the Yanks having a limited season. Mookie Betts having an off season. There's a lot of big time.
Mookie.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are struggling. I think Vlad Guerrero has 3 home runs. Like,
that's
weird.
Insane.
That's crazy right there.
There you go.
That's
2 more runs in. Get down. Wow. That was a lot closer than I expected, but we scored both.
So,
you're right.
Like Cody Bellinger. It's probably him, Schwarber. And I think with Ohtani, I think it's down there with him. I mean, he's doing a lot of pitching this year.
Yeah, they're not having him regularly hit on days that he pitches.
Yeah. I think it's coming down to Schwarber and
it's kind of stupid, Dodgers.
I've said this before, and obviously Ohtani is a unique unicorn type of talent. But I think eventually he's not going to be able to do both.
Nah, I don't think so either.
My thing is this: he's a top 5 offensive player each and every year. He has moments of brilliance pitching, and particularly the beginning of this year, like the first 8 weeks, he was unhittable.
He was smoking it,
He was unhittable the first 8 weeks of the season, but to your point, Corey, I don't find it to be sustainable, and I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze when it comes to what's more important.
Do you think so? You think he should just be a hitter?
Personally, I think he should just be a hitter. I think he should just go back in the field and play a position. Because when you consider that he has the second largest contract in the history of baseball, before Uncle Stevie thought that Juan Soto was a 5-tool player. If you're paying him that much money, I'm sorry, why does he only DH when he could offer something in the field? I find that to be kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree.
He pitches
that's a lot of money.
5 days a week. Put him in the field.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a guy playing with just one side of the ball.
Yeah,
they said he could. They said he would go in the outfield. I don't know when the last time he played there. To be honest,
man, that was a bad comebacker here. Let's see how this replay.
Yeah,
that caught a lot of. Ooh, Lord, that hit.
That was scary. Yeah,
I'm glad he's all right.
I think part of it caught some of his glove.
Yeah, I think it definitely grazed the glove, and I think he was wise enough where it didn't hit him direct. Because if that would have caught the teeth, that would have been a bad scene. Glad he's all right.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Let's see this again.
That looked like it was going for his head. Yeah, it looked like it was going for his head.
Yeah, that was a beam right there, dude.
Really
bad. Beam,
Super thankful that didn't hit his cranium. I don't want to see that happen to anyone. Man,
wow.
We've seen a few of them that were pretty scary. I mean, shoot, I remember David Cohn. That was a scary one back then.
Man.
I saw Andy Pettit get hit in the face, and he was bleeding once. That was a long time ago.
I do remember that. Yes, indeed. I do remember that. What my takeaways for baseball right now is we're not that far from the All-Star break. Number one is that in the American League, while the Mariners are starting to pick up a little steam and look like they're a team that was only 1 win away from the World Series last year, I'm still not convinced. I don't like their situation at closer. He's recently been injured. I don't know if he's going to have an IL stint.
Yeah.
But Munoz is not it. Yeah, Munoz has.
But he's been good he's been really good in the past. That's what's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, he might just be going through it. You know, sometimes guys lose their mechanics and then they got to go refine them. The Athletics, I'm impressed with the fact that they've been able to consistently compete.
Yeah.
Given that it's a severe disadvantage when you don't really have a home and your ballpark is not up to major league standard. But then again, neither was their previous one.
But their pitching is just horrible.
What you think about that, Richie? They are playing now that they don't have a home than they played when they were playing in Oakland. They were bad in Oakland.
Yeah, because the old Oakland Coliseum, which I believe got renamed Rickey Henderson Field.
Rickey Henderson. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rickey Henderson. I feel that the dimensions of that park are just like none other. I mean, of course, we have the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati that's got interesting dimensions too. But Oakland, you talk about covering ground.
Yeah. It was a terrible place for baseball.
You got to go. Yeah, you got to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of iconic stuff, and when you consider that Reggie Jackson was able to crank him out at the ferocity that he was doing, just goes to show you how incredible he was and how strong he was.
You know what? I always felt like if you look at all the major sports, hockey, football, basketball, they all have, like, no matter how big the state arena is, stadium, coliseum, whatever it is, the dimensions of the field, the ice, the court are always the same. And I always wondered why baseball didn't institute the same thing, where the dimensions are the same way. Now, if you have a higher wall, okay, that's different, like Fenway Park, you got the monster or something like that. But I always thought the dimensions should all be the same because you got the bases, the bases are lined up. First, second, third, da-da-da.
Well, they did make the bags bigger to kind of help out steals and more fluidity of offense. But truthfully, that's one of my favorite things about baseball. Like, you can go to Boston and you got some weird-ass pesky pole. Yankee Stadium has not quite Death Valley like the old days, but still a deep center field. Yeah. You've got the two short corners.
I don't have a problem with it. I was always wondering why they never had done that. No, because I like I hate Boston, of course. That's Boston all day long, but I like the fact they got the Green Monster out there. You know.
Yeah, love him or hate him, Fenway is a premier ballpark for all the right reasons.
For sure.
A traditional old school ball. I like McCovey Cove.
Yeah, the Cove is great.
Yes. My favorite, I think my favorite non-Yankees park is probably T-Mobile Park in Seattle. I think
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
T-Mobile is a nice looking ballpark.
I've seen that thing. That thing is beautiful.
I would say the two worst ballparks in baseball, the previous home of the Oakland Athletics, who are just the Athletics right now, and the Trop. What is the most positive thing I could say about the Trop? I like the fish tank, and I like the fact that I'm not going to sweat my ass off. Well, actually, that's not entirely true either, because when I went there earlier, they were having some air conditioning issues.
How about the seating? You still get a good seat, right?
What's that now?
You still get a good seat, right?
Oh, well, affordability is always a thing, and I mean,
no. I'm saying you can still get yourself a good seat once you're inside.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can get a Bob Uecker seat and come down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is just my
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my personal preference, but I don't like Toronto's ballpark. I'm not a fan of it.
Well, there's been a lot of weird stuff with that hotel window in Toronto's ballpark.
It reminds me too much of the New Orleans Superdome, man. I don't like that. I don't like that stadium.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Royals have a really nice ballpark.
3-run blast.
Yeah.
3-run blast for Goldie.
You know, it's funny. My sister's she's been getting back into baseball and the Yankees.
Uh-huh.
You know what she calls Goldschmidt?
What's that?
She calls him Dad. Dad.
Oh man. You better keep away from him. Oh wow.
He's the white New Balance king. That's what.
That is hilarious, bro. But it is really funny to see how, like I said, opportunity arises, and Paul Goldschmidt is playing like a guy that has won MVP. He's playing like a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame. He will be in the Hall of Fame.
This is what we did last night. 38,
39. He's
39. Okay.
39.
Yeah, I think somewhere around there. Yeah, Goldie. Like I said, this is what we did last night. The 4th and 5th inning is when we lit him up.
You know what? Also,
yeah.
His his glove is still really good too. Like,
Yes. That's my dude, man. You know, age is catching up on him, but he still got
I'm
something
telling you,
left, man.
every manager that he's ever had said he's, it's like a manager's dream.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate professional. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
get
I
that.
love.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Goldie's my dude, man. Goldie's my
and
dude, man.
I think he should be on the All-Star team.
Yeah.
It would be a hell of an achievement considering that Ben Rice is a premier first base option now offensively and continuing to improve defensively. That is quite an accomplishment for Rice. And
Yep.
last thing before we move it along, outside of the fact that I just want to remind everybody that the Mets are terrible. Aroldis Chapman. Will Aroldis Chapman have a third run with the New York Yankees? There have been some rumors after Chappie said it would require a Brian Cashman apology, which I thought was real funny.
I don't think.
Yes, man.
You know why? I'm about to say Joe Girardi. Dang. Aaron Boone said they're not apologizing. He just said it flat out.
Yeah.
They're not apologizing.
Would I take him back? Yes.
Yeah,
Will it happen? No.
Yeah,
It won't happen though.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
What
He's
about
not gonna bow to that,
What about Rafael Devers?
Yes, would you take him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The Giants are going to be selling off their players.
Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take him for the fact that we don't have Judge. We can't.
Yep.
Stanton can't get on the field. And in bat wise, I'll take him. And I'm surprised the Giants are selling off though. Wow.
They're pretty bad. Yeah, they're pretty
bad this shit. Yeah, and that's what I'm surprised because I don't like the Dodgers. They can go to hell and kick my ass with us.
Yeah.
But I don't have that type of hate towards the Giants.
Yeah, I thought the Giants would be better. I really did.
I did too. Yeah, they're not good, man. They're one of the worst, man. Actually, it's like wow, they fell so fast, man. Of course the Mets.
San Diego's not that great either.
No. And that's why the Dodgers are running away with that division.
Yep.
And like I said, the Mets. I don't hate the Mets, but I don't like them either. And Richard, I always find some type of way to get in a shot at the Mets fans. It's not the Mets I hate; it's the fans I hate.
The fans are dumb. I don't want to stereotype, but
no, they're dumb, dude. Stereotype.
They are.
They're dumb.
Yeah, I'm gonna stereotype because most of the ones I encounter are stupid as hell.
They are stupid, dude. It's like, how long you been a Mets fan? They are so stupid. And you know what you tell you. We got one guy. I'm gonna say his name, Craig. Don't get mad at me, but I'm saying your name, Craig.
Oh,
Stroud.
Craig. He blocked me a long time ago. Yeah, I know Craig. Craig's a special man. He's special boy.
God, he's special, man. The only reason, we're not Facebook friends, but we interact because of the Giants.
Groups and stuff. Yeah,
groups. But
fellas, you mentioned Giancarlo Stanton. You mentioned Rafael Devers. I walked a little too far outside, so I lost ability to be heard here. But I did want to say this before we move it along to the Knicks.
Yeah,
Rafael Devers is a relatively large contract. With the right manicuring of a deal, I would actually see if Giancarlo Stanton would be pleased to play in McCovey because he does like the West Coast. Now, I personally think he'd rather play in Petco or rather play in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
He hits that Petco like crazy.
However, I'm not convinced that he would completely throw a block at the idea of going to Frisco. It might be worth exploring because at least with Devers, you can figure out where he makes sense.
And he's still young.
If you have the ability to get Devers, it's a no-brainer. And even if you've got to pay Stanton to be over there, I'm just tired of a team that's chasing the championship having a lack of versatility because I want Ben Rice to be able to DH if Paul Goldschmidt is playing first. I want Ahmed Rosario to be able to DH if you want that bat in the lineup and somebody needs a blow. You can't do that with Stanton.
Yeah.
If you notice, the Yankees are valuing guys that can do more than one thing. It's not just he's just a first baseman, he's just an outfielder. No, they're doing all kinds of things, and that's the problem with Stanton.
But the thing that makes it scary with Stanton is that he has the no trade clause, so he literally has to be traded for somewhere where he honestly wants to go. But there's also a value to if you're not wanted, and Giancarlo Stanton has been a professional through and through. It's never happened where they've shopped him. But if Stanton gets word that these Yankees are done with him, he might be a professional and say, you know what? I haven't lived up to what these guys are doing here, and I am a clog. And maybe Stanton from a professional level, or he's going to be like, nah, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
or it's possible that if he doesn't get traded, he just, goes to the bench more like Goldschmidt was earlier.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. Yeah. They didn't guarantee Anthony Volpe anything coming into the year. They didn't guarantee Luis Gil anything coming into the year. The same should apply from Giancarlo Stanton if you want to win.
Yep.
Bottom line, and I'm not trying to shit on the guy, but why would you want to break this up? We've seen it in previous years. I remember there was one instance where Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton both came off the IL, and the team got a lot slower immediately.
Yep. His body was broken, dude. He just couldn't do that. It's time. I personally think he should consider retiring, but that's just me. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move it along.
Yeah, he's 2 years over. Yeah.
We're gonna move it along to the New York Knicks. What they accomplished, nothing short of a miracle in the sense of it's just so improbable that a team can continue to come back in later rounds at the frequency that they did. If you consider the game one turnaround, the 22-point deficit, which seemed insurmountable. Now, if that seemed insurmountable, what was a 29-point lead in a potential game tire where they could have squandered home court advantage back to the team that they ultimately beat? That would have been the first time in league history that nobody won a home game in the first four, and the Knicks were very close before an OG Anunoby tip-in. That's going to go down in history as one of the greatest plays in New York sports history, let alone NBA history in this instance. One of the more likable champions, I said this on a recent show, that I think this Knicks team was very likable, where you were noticing a lot of people around the country pulling for the Knicks. Another thing that gets revealed in this series, well, first of all, the officiating was terrible, and it was something that really did not sit well with a lot of people. But Wemby really, I think, got himself a bit of a bad reputation during the course of these playoffs. And now, moving forward, I feel that he's labeled as a very dirty player.
Yep.
That's how I see it, dude.
This is the
dirty,
thing, like,
very unprofessional. He's a big-ass baby.
And if you noticed after the game, after the series was over, he didn't shake their hand.
Nothing. And he was at the podium, too. Yeah.
It's like Isaiah and the Pistons not shaking Jordan and Pippen's hands.
And Isaiah Isaiah resented that. I mean, had to live with that all these years, too. And Wemby, and the guys on ESPN who said about not shaking hands, look, they said how the competitive thing. They shook hands, period. It's not about you not shaking hands because that's your rival. Jordan was a rival to everyone, but he shook hands.
Yep.
It's about sportsmanship. You lose, you shake your hand, you shake your opponent's hand like good, good game, good fight, whatever. So I don't know.
Well, I'll be honest. I feel that at different junctures of this series, the San Antonio Spurs did everything in their power to try to be the bullies. Whether it was the Aaron Fox trying to square up and get a bad reaction out of an often calm Jalen Brunson, who did a great job of staying calm.
Yeah.
Whether it's Wemby with his flurry of elbows, or like what could have been disastrous for OG Anunoby.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you saw a Spurs team that didn't know how to win.
Yeah.
They knew how to be the front runner, but they didn't know how to finish. The inexperience caught up to them.
That's a very valuable point, Corey. A very
shot
valuable point.
Yeah.
The shot selection when they blew that 29-point lead was horrible.
Yeah.
You're shooting 9 threes in a row when you're up. Like,
Right.
why are you doing that?
Yeah. That's when you dribble the ball, get the best shot, run the clock.
Yeah.
What's that clock? The clock is your ally. You know, what's that clock?
It's almost like they were up 29 and they were playing to lose, not to win. They were being defensive instead of playing as the front runner.
Yeah.
The vibes were bad. So that's part of the reason why they couldn't finish it, because they had leads in all the games.
Yeah. At least 15 points each game. At least 15 points. Going late into the fourth quarter, a lot of, so they were up by 25 with what?
Weren't they up double digits? Weren't they up double digits like after every first quarter almost?
Every first quarter.
Yeah.
And every third quarter.
Yep.
Now, this is a crazy stat about these Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
The first team since the 98 Bulls and the 91 Bulls that were able to win a championship, and all of their losses were by 5 points or less.
Wow.
That is insanity, because they had 2 1-point losses to the Atlanta Hawks, and they had a 4-point loss to the San Antonio Spurs, and that's it.
That's it.
That is literally it. They had 2 1-point victories over the Spurs. Now, when you get these podcasters that want to be like, well, we analytically won, I was like, okay.
That's on count the standings.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Some of the validation for only winning. But it was close in the sense of how I feel about the 24 World Series, where I feel like the games were very close, but the Yankees just didn't win.
But
then they didn't.
They didn't win. So
the most important moments.
Analytics be damned. Like,
right? Yes.
No, 100%. 100%. Now, guys, I wish I could be at this parade tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not going to be there. I got way too much going on personally, but I got to say this.
Yeah.
I've been to Yankee parades. I was in City Hall 98 and 99. I was in City Hall after the 98 World Championship, literally right in front of Joe DiMaggio, bro. That was cool. There's a different energy, but I believe that this one is going to be beyond energetic. I think the NYPD is deploying over 10,000 police officers to this thing.
Wow.
And, one thing that I do want to say, while I don't condone knuckleheads, damaging property, school buses, being on top of police vans or whatever have you, messing up cars, whatever, I also think that the media does a very, how would you say, like, they line it up to where 60 to 100 assholes will represent an entire borough that has 9 million people. And
they
that annoys me. They certainly do. And it's like anything else in this world when it comes to certain parts and layers of the media. The media is never going to over-push positive things.
No.
And they're going to try to spin it that New York really is Gotham.
Yeah.
And I'm not into comparing, but I remember distinctly when the Chicago Bulls won every year, that place was literally burning.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like you see comments on Facebook and wherever. Oh, this ridiculous fan base. They didn't deserve to win. So, like you said, like 100 guys represent the entire Knicks fan base? No.
Or like the 15 idiots who thought it was a good idea to go 15-on-1. I don't claim those people. That's bullshit. And I'll be the first to call them out. But I'm also not ignorant to the level of thinking that all of them represent an entire fan base. I'm sorry.
Right.
No, I don't subscribe to that notion.
No, and then the guy, they threw an egg at Wemby. That's wrong. Come on. Like, that's
Yeah. I don't know why I laughed at it. I did laugh, but it was but it was wrong. But I laugh.
Well, I mean, if
But
it was
I'm
Philly,
an
well,
ass,
it
though.
might have been a battery, so or it might have
Yeah.
been a snowball. So who knows?
But like I said before the show, of mine, I'm an ass, so shit like that makes me laugh. But I wouldn't. Now I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have done it. That'd be a lie. I don't think. Look, I don't think it was right. I'm admit I don't think it was right. But I'll be honest with you. I threw a lot of eggs at bus drivers in New York for Halloween, so I probably would have done it too. And I've been wrong
I
for it.
had,
So at
I
least
had
I'm
my,
admitting
I
it,
had my,
right?
yeah, I
Idris
had
is
my
like,
egg
let me
throwing
be wrong.
days. I did.
Yeah, Idris is
I used,
like, let me be wrong.
I used to, I used to get into mischief too. I get it. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
I'll tell you one
yeah.
thing.
Like I said, yeah.
Given the price of groceries now, I ain't throwing an egg at
Oh
anybody.
hell nah! Might get a rock throw. I'll throw a rock at your ass now, yeah, because those are free.
All
Nah, I
right,
wouldn't do that either.
Idris,
Yeah.
did you watch any of Good Morning America when Knicks
Yes.
5 was in front of Strahan, Robin
Yes.
Robinson? Oh,
Yes.
all
And I
right.
watched OG stand there like he was pretty high.
Stoned.
Why
Yeah.
did they do?
Did you see?
Why did they do OG like that and put him right in the front without sunglasses?
They laughed him out too, man.
Oh,
Karl Anthony Towns, I think, was
He was too.
opening up on a level where he was the only one that even moderately was interested in making sense. Jalen Brunson, he was being
He was
cool,
high
he was
too.
cool.
He
No,
was
it
high
was funny
too.
though. But when you saw Josh Hart play in the background, I was like,
That's
that's where
Josh Hart
OG
for
should
you.
have been. That's where
Yeah.
OG
Oh
should have
yeah.
been.
They put OG in the front. OG
man.
looked. He was lit.
Out of this Knicks team,
Yeah.
Brunson's obviously the best player, but
Yeah.
I think Josh Hart is like the unsung hero of the
That's
Knicks.
the heart and soul, dude.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very
'Cause
much
he doesn't
so.
have this-
And
Yeah. Yeah, Rich.
my bad, Idris. Very much so,
Nah.
because when I see what Josh Hart does,
Yeah.
the way he cleans up on the glass, the way that
Yeah.
he does a lot of things that don't get on the stat sheet. The only other player on this team that I think consistently does that is actually not one of the starters. It would be Mitchell Robinson, a guy
Yeah.
that the Knicks have to prioritize
Yeah.
bringing back. I
You
understand
gotta bring
that
him back.
Jordan Clarkson's probably going to get a better offer elsewhere for more playing time. He's got his ring. I
Yeah.
think Landry
And-
Shamet's an interesting one, but you can't overpay, even though I love the guy.
Right.
I like Alvarado. He's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
player.
I don't think he's going anywhere either.
I think they're going to be able to restructure something with Alvarado to disperse the money a little differently. But I
Because
understand,
he doesn't want to leave New York. He's a New York guy.
No,
He's
hell
going to want
no.
to stay there. Yeah.
but I do understand.
You know what I thought?
Yeah.
I do understand what they're worried about with putting so much money in the center position between Mitch and Cat, but Mitch is a
Yeah.
vital part of what they do on defense, and Huck Porty's not
Yes.
quite there yet. You got to bring back Mitch.
I'll be right.
You know what
Yeah,
I thought
gotta-
was smart though?
What's that?
Mike Brown putting in Alvarado as
Yes.
the second ball handler. I thought that
Yes.
was really smart.
And I think that's why they'll keep Alvarado because you let Brunson run around. He can do what he want to do.
Yep.
And that's why I say with next year it'll be a little tougher to repeat because teams get better. But I think we got the structure of how we're going to play basketball.
Right.
Well,
How this team
that's
is gonna
what's
run.
exciting about this because, truthfully, Idris, and we spoke about this on the show,
Mhm.
during the course of the season, we used the word enigma when
Yeah.
describing the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
We used the word enigma. But because this is a team that we felt had to win 60 games or close to it, given that Halliburton was down, the Milwaukee tandem didn't work out, and Tatum was
Tatum
down.
wasn't coming back yet. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So when you consider that they underachieved in the regular season, didn't win their division, the third seed was seen as a bit of an underachievement, and then they go in there and just whip ass after being down a game to Atlanta, which both were 1-point losses. It wasn't so much about the 1-point losses; it was the fact that they weren't winning. And CJ McCollum, for at least 3 games of that series, looked like a really dangerous man.
And so they put hard on him.
Right. They put hard on him, and that eliminated all that. And then They ran
Yeah.
In
through
other
Cleveland, ran through Philly.
Yep.
in other NBA news,
Uh-huh.
Giannis is currently being shopped, and they're getting
Yeah.
offers for him right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. It's looking like
My
Boston's trying to get
prediction
him.
for Giannis. My prediction
Mhm.
for Giannis is the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Heat because the Heat desperately need that kind of superstar presence. Golden State
Yeah.
could be a possibility, but it's not going to be easy.
They got to
I
do
heard
something.
the
They're getting
Celtics-
old.
I wouldn't rule out the Celtics if Jaylen Brown is part
Yeah.
of that deal.
But I'm gonna
I
take
think the
something. Okay, Corey.
I think the Celtics have made an offer.
They did.
have, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell y'all now. Klay Thompson will be back in Golden State.
Think so?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree with that wholeheartedly, and I think Dante DiVincenzo will be making his Knick return after this season, coming season is over.
Were you
Yeah.
Were you
Unless if they can strike a
surprised?
deal during the season.
were you surprised that Steve Kerr went back to Golden State?
I was.
I
Yeah.
was too. I thought it was over. I'm also a little bit surprised that King James looks like he's going to come back to the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers.
I
gonna win.
really thought that LeBron James was going to end up in either Cleveland or, dare I say, my New York Knicks. Now, granted, the Knicks' money situation is not favorable to bring in somebody that would command that
Right.
kind of money. And I'm not saying that this is like LeBron of a decade ago, but he's still gonna be paid in a tier where it would make it difficult for the Knicks. And I said off
Right.
air, on air, anywhere that this topic came up, I would be okay with King James in a Knicks uniform as long as it wasn't the kind of situation where he was the missing ingredient. They already won without him. But truthfully, I think that that's part of the lack of the allure of the Knicks, because LeBron looks a little KD-ish if he comes to the Knicks now.
I don't want him. I
We
don't
don't
want
need
him.
him. We don't need
KD
him.
wants it, but yeah, KD wants it, is considering coming to the Knicks, right? No, we don't need you now.
Yeah,
KD
and truthfully, the math ain't gonna math. The math really isn't gonna math, and I don't see a locker room where a Kevin Durant and a Jalen Brunson are gonna have a good vibe.
No,
Right.
no, because that team, that Knicks team right now is a family. That starting five,
Yeah.
that's a whole family, and we
Yep.
saw how LeBron would mess that up because these guys are young guys. They all came up together in some type of way. So you bring him in, nah. Stay where you are. Stay with Katie. Stay where you are. We don't need you.
I share
We
your
don't need
sentiments, Idris. I legitimately
Yeah.
share your sentiments with regard to that. What I'm going to remember most about this Knicks playoff run is that when I think about the greatest teams to ever play and ever win as a team, when you're talking about the legendary Bucks with Lou Alcindor and Oscar Robertson, when you're talking about point guard play,
Yeah.
shorter point guard, a
Yeah.
guy like an Isaiah Thomas. I mean, essentially, like when
Yes.
they were talking about it on The View,
Yeah.
if Jalen Brunson goes back to back, he literally does everything that Isaiah Thomas did, which is remarkable.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he does more. My bad, microphone fell. I think if he goes back to back, I'm putting him over Isaiah for the fact the personnel. I like to base everything on a play about who did you have around you, because like
Right.
when you compare LeBron and Jordan, well, Jordan just had Pippen. They brought guys in later to where when LeBron won, he had Wade already there, Bosh, Chalmers, Battier.
They already had a
Yeah.
bit of a thing that, and Wade won before LeBron got there.
Right.
It was, now,
And see,
granted,
that's
it was
why-
a different Heat team. He did it with Zoe. He did it with
Yeah.
veterans. He did it with an aging Shaq.
Yep.
But see, and that's why with Isaiah, and it's not taking nothing away from Isaiah. I say Isaiah's at least top 3-point guard right now. But
Oh yeah.
I would put Brunson over him for the fact I look at that Detroit team. Those guys were together for how many years? Forever, so long. And we had Mahorn, you had Lambert, you had Vinny Johnson, of course you had Zeke, you
Mark
had Sally, you had
Aguirre.
Rodman, you had Mark Aguirre. I mean,
Dumars. Yeah.
Dumont. Yes, you had a whole freaking thing to where when you look at this Knicks team, you say, who on that Knicks team right now will go to the Hall of Fame? Maybe Brunson, maybe Cat, but
The
everybody
way
else
Maybe
that
is
the
Cat,
decent.
maybe
standards
Brunson.
have been kind of worked with, I think
Yeah,
Karl Anthony Towns, good possibility, and I'm going to call this
yeah.
out now. I think OG Anunoby makes his first NBA All-Star game last year. It's kind of remarkable that he hasn't been to one yet.
He's supposed to have that Defensive Player of the Year this year, but they said how they cheated him, which he did.
Yeah, you know how they vote.
Oh.
They vote. I mean, and you know how they ref. But this
Yeah,
Knicks team will forever.
yeah,
This Knicks team will forever be viewed in my eyes as a team that no adversity or no mountain was too much or too insurmountable
nope,
Yep.
because in the finals it was the refs
Yeah.
in
And
just I don't know. I've never seen a team
it's
come back at this frequency in my
right.
life
And
of
it's
watching
also
NBA basketball.
yeah.
the kind of run that you won't really see again.
I
Because
agree. I
most
agree.
most of the time it's like, okay, this team is great. They've got SGA. This team is great. They got Joker. But the Knicks, yes, Brunson is a star, but he's an unselfish star. It's
Right
not just
on.
about him. It's about the family, like you said. So
Right
And I
on.
am sick and tired of them moving the goalpost when they want to talk about this Knicks run. Oh, the Spurs are babies. They were grown men when they beat OKC, though.
Yeah,
People just completely discounting that OKC was missing two core guys in that series, but they
yeah,
don't want to talk about that now. Now they want to talk
right.
about we analytically won.
Yeah. That
well,
don't count in
But
the win loss
you
column.
talk about a sweet victory on so many
this is
levels and making history right
right.
from so many
Yeah.
years earlier. Patrick
Yep.
Ewing getting his roses. Patrick Ewing also actually getting a real ring, which is pretty amazing.
Is Spike gonna get one?
He
Yo,
should.
I haven't seen you in a minute. NAFO Mythic Plague, welcome back. I was happy
Hey,
that
what's
we won
up, bro?
the championship. Glad to see the cheater lose at Victor. I am not a fan of the big man and his ankle-breaking sets. Yeah, I hear that, brother. What's going on, man? Good to see you, man. I was actually
Yeah.
concerned because, truthfully, the only communication that we have is here on the podcast. And I'm like, man, I hope dude's all right. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, haven't seen
Glad
him in
to
a
hear,
while. Yeah. I think
Wemby
it's
is.
Hey, Corey.
I was saying Wemby is going to be the new villain of the NBA.
Yep. Thanks to him.
Jazz Chisholm Jr., by the way, I know Corey's locked in over there as well. Yankees currently lead by a touchdown, 10-3 over the White Sox. Jazz Chisholm Jr., another step towards Mr. 50-50.
And you know what? I'm glad because he was getting on my nerves, man. Like he was really getting on because I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I'm old school. I'm the guy. I was with the rule like no beard, no facial hair. I'm one of those guys, and I like that how we ran the thing where we didn't have the flashy guys. And Jazz was starting to talk a lot, have a lot of mouth, and not putting up. But I'm glad to see him. He's putting his bat with. I shouldn't say it. Let me pause on that one. He's I'm gonna say he's putting his bat where his mouth is. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. So I'm glad now.
and he's also, playing defense and running the base as well. So
yeah. So I'm cool with that now. Because it was just like a month ago. I was like, man, he's getting on my nerves, man.
I like Caballero because he's a shit starter, and I just think teams need that. Like,
yeah, you gotta have that. You gotta have that guy.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you all the way on that. Absolutely, positively with you on that. Last thing I want to hit on, and it's not something that I'm happy that we have to hit on, but it's something that is going to be moving forward. This is going to be something that I am talking about on the show because, listen, I come from a police family, and I have the highest reverence for people that did that job the right way, like my stepdad, Edward Acevedo, like my dad, Richie Hicks Sr., guys that did it right, and guys that did it honorably, and guys that worked in some precarious, dangerous situations. But when I look at the LAPD, before I even start with the events of what went down in Canoga Park with the tragedy of a dog named Jameson, who was only 2 years old, being taken out, this is a police department that has such a ratchet history going back to basically pick your decade. You know, whether it's the Rodney King situation, whether it's the O.J. Simpson situation. Why am I bringing up O.J.? Well, Mark Furman, for
Rampart,
one.
yeah.
Not that I'm in the business of defending O.J. Simpson, but at the same time, even the way they handled it, treating him like a superstar after the fact, and just showing the world how inept of a police department they are. Then you have the Rampart scandal. That was, you know, you have the guys from the Rampart situation linked in the Biggie Smalls suppression of evidence situation.
Yup.
This is a police department that has been crooked. My late father, who was a proud NYPD guy, said the Los Angeles Police Department couldn't indict a bologna sandwich. You know, like this is the way he felt about the LAPD. And I'm not saying that the NYPD doesn't have their issues. Every police department has issues. Every profession has issues.
Sure.
But when I think about the guys that I grew up around and the reverence that I had for those guys, and I look at these clowns and what they did, you just take it from here, obviously.
I didn't hear the last part you said.
Let's take it from here. I'm going to come up for some air, and I'm a little aggravated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they got a history of corruption. They got a long history of corruption. We're going back 67, 80 years. And it's like, when you look at Jameson, that dog, and I need people to look at that dog and see what it looks like. That dog doesn't look like it do anything but lick your hand and welcome you into the house. And for them to just shoot the dog because it came towards them, I'm pretty sure that dog didn't come at them aggressively.
Right.
It probably came to them because, you know, those dogs are not aggressive.
That's the dog they shot. I want the world to see this.
Yeah. That dog is not biting anyone. That dog is not biting anyone.
Good job,
not today,
guys. Good job.
Not yesterday. No, that dog's not biting anyone. That's just an overzealous individual with a gun. Yeah, I can't even watch it.
The owner of this dog weeping over her dog.
Yep.
And saying we were just celebrating the Knicks won. Like, like I don't even have words for this kind of ineptitude. That's a dog that needs to get shot by a fucking asshole. Yeah, I said what I said.
Yeah. And think about the trauma that the owner has what they're going to feel the rest of their life.
Not to mention the irresponsibility of if it even got worse and somebody gets hit inside the condo.
Right.
Yep.
This is what taxpayers pay their money for? That's serving and protecting? Killing a family dog.
This is the problem why they need to get that qualified immunity, get it out of there. Because these guys, and I'm not gonna put it on all police because it's not. I feel most police are good. I'm gonna be honest. As a black man, I'm gonna say most police are good. But you got these guys in your ranks, and I say the good cops, get these guys out of your ranks because there was no reason. I could see if that dog was charging him, very aggressive, okay, but the dog wasn't.
Yeah, but even if he was doing that, you could still pull out a taser.
I'm sorry. Those cops went into that condo with a preconceived notion.
They did, because they could have tased him. What's up, Mr. Moreno? Yeah, they could have tased him, just like they do humans. Tase the dog.
But you pull out your piece. Like, come on,
fellas, this is utter ineptitude on every level. Shouts out to the people who have already blown this up to a six-figure charity deal where they are pushing this and pushing this and pushing this and pushing this, that they want justice. And as I already alluded to, fellas, I come from police families on both father figures of my life. I can't speak for my late father, but I know the kind of person he was. I know how much my father loved animals. And I have a hard time believing that if my father was alive, he would be in any way, shape, or form even understanding to this ineptitude. This is just pure stupidity on so many levels. It's an abuse of power on so many levels. And it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Beyond unacceptable on so many levels. Everybody outside of their apartments cursing everybody out. Then you got like 14 cops there for this kind of call. Now, okay, let's say the people who called this in, they're like, oh, perhaps it's a domestic situation. And I understand that. But knock on the damn door if you want to be, if you're so worried about everything.
And now the ones that called said they regret calling the police.
And I believe that to be true. And
I believe it's true, but it's too late.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. So it opens it up in my mind, and I'm saying, well, you know, my mom lives in a great area. But let's say hypothetically, if we back it up, I don't know, 20 years, 15 years, and you know, they weren't living the way they're living now.
Right.
Would one of my family dogs be subject to getting popped? Well, I don't know. It just really opens your eyes to the inept, because you got to understand something, fellas. When the cops that I was around growing up, I always viewed the NYPD as an elite police department. Now, you're always going to have bad apples in any profession. Make no mistake about it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But I have said this so many times when I look at the ineptitude all over the board, whether it's even given anybody that wants to join ICE at 18 years old. These kids haven't even barely found their balls yet, and you're giving them guns? Or like you're looking at the ineptitude, just pick your tragedy. And I'm not saying it's always the police. There's always other entities. No. Like I thought LeBron got it wrong.
This is my point, though.
I thought LeBron got it wrong with the young lady that was wielding a knife and the cop shot.
He got away wrong.
That's a little different. That's a little different. But
this is my point, though.
An animal like that? No, sir. No, sir.
This is my point.
Yeah.
I understand, you know, there's bad apples, but you can't have bad apples in the police department, and you got to clean it up. You can't
clean it up, man.
Yeah,
you got to clean it up.
It's a public safety responsibility, boys.
You got to clean it up, and that's the part of law enforcement that I hate, because you know who your bad apples are in your police force. You know who they are, and you let these guys do it. You know they're gonna go out and harm somebody. It's just like the Rampart situation out there, and also the situation they had in Baltimore, Maryland.
It is so shameful.
It is. It is.
And I don't care if I have to put this beautiful animal on every last episode we do for as long as we go. I want justice for this family. I want justice for this beautiful animal. And I am tired of half-assers dirtying up a job that my dad did proudly for 20 years and bravely for 20 years. I'm sick of this shit.
The job is too important, you know?
Yeah.
It's too important.
And mistakes doing that job might have been fatal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if I make a mistake,
it's an embarrassment for anybody that takes that job serious. And
you got to get these guys out.
I'm not always condoning the way that media plays every cop, because it's not an easy job. But it's idiots like this as to why people hate cops. It's because of idiots like this.
This is why, right here.
And like we both know, like you said, you know, the media is they're gonna fuel the fire. They're gonna fan the flames. They're gonna make you think all cops are this. They're gonna make you think that all cops are racist.
Thanks
we know
that's
not
true. But of course you could.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not. Yes, that's not true.
But call out the ones that are bad, and
that's it.
You know, hold them accountable. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Get them out of there.
All I got is this, man. Jameson, you're only 2. You're an angel. My dad always was real staunch about this. You can't spell God without dog. Jameson, they're gonna hold you up, and this is not gonna be ignored or just something that gets pushed away. This will not be ignored. And New York Knicks
will not.
New York Knicks, give me one more reason to say why you're the most likable team. This dog died wearing our colors.
Yep.
Let's get it right.
Yep.
It's just heartbreaking.
It is. It's messed up,
Dogs
man.
are just dogs are creatures from God, man. They're
Dogs that get you through a whole lot. They may not know
Loyal.
what's
Not
going
kidding.
on
I
with
mean, how
you.
many of our brave men and women who serve this country have
Yeah,
leaned on dogs to get them right? How many of our people who are disabled have leaned on dogs
Yep.
for emotional support?
you know what?
I
Dogs
can't
may
even
not
wrap
know
my head around that.
dogs may not know
Right.
what's going on, but they know something's going on. You know what I mean?
Damn
They
right.
don't know,
Damn
but they
right.
know.
They got the
Yeah,
intuition.
dogs.
They're very
Dogs have
in
an
tune.
intuition that
Yeah.
is very, very special
Yeah.
and connects to
Yep.
humans. No question
They
about
don't
it.
know, but they know. Yeah, they don't know, but they know.
Jameson, on God, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you are never forgotten. And all I
Hey,
can
yay.
say is, while it's a tragic thing, I still have faith in humanity when I see the way that people are coming to this family's aid and not accepting this as a final conclusion, because it's not acceptable.
It's not. It's not.
No, sir. Anything else before we get out of here? I'm sorry, man. It's not my nature to get
No.
like that hyper,
You don't
but
you don't
this
have to
really
apologize.
upset me.
I ain't gonna apologize. You ain't gotta apologize.
For Idris and Corey, I am Richie. If you haven't already, please make it a point, like and subscribe to the channel. Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. Check out Big Bosco Productions, Old Man Energy, Volumes 1, Volume 2, the
Yes,
dirtiest
sir.
rap album ever made. Check it all out. Check out our friends at the Casual Combo Show every Monday and Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Ooh, what else? New York Knicks, enjoy your moment in the sun. You join legendary Yankees,
Yes.
Giants, and Rangers teams that have done that parade. Congratulations, gentlemen. You will never forget that day for the remainder of days. And let's run it back. Let's do it again.
Run it back. Let's do it again.
Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the support. Love you guys. Check out the
Amazing.
shorts. They'll be on the way in just a minute. Corey, don't be this long before you come back and
I won't.
message me your number. I'm all scrambled with the social media.
Yes, sir.
We out.
We out.
Peace. Bam, bam, bam.
Big Nick energy, we ain't playing nice. Kings of New York, ain't no rolling dice. Flexing on these bitches, we the real deal. Ain't no stopping us, this is how we feel. The Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the island of Queens, we ballin' hard. Fulfilling all our dreams, thugging through the hustle. Got that grit and grind in this Big Nick energy, we forever shine. So let them know we rockin'. From the garden to the booth, Knicks in the building, bringing straight up truth. With our heads held high, watch us rise and transcend. Big Nick energy, this is just the beginning.